Welcome back to the JavaBabies session 12. I would like to call it 12A because we already had a session 12 last time where we tried to work on the insertion sort algorithm. But I think we should also learn array rotation before we do the insert sort. So that's why I'm calling this 12A, sort of like a preceding the insertion sort. So what I want to talk about is array rotation, as I said. So let's assume there's an array which is 4, 7, 9, 11, 15. Yeah? This is our input array. And what by rotation, what do I mean? Let me try to explain that as well. Shortcut. What I'm trying to say is that after rotation, 11 should move one position right. Okay. And then we move 9 one position right also. So it comes to the second last index. And we repeat the same action of moving 7 and finally the first element, which is 4, goes to the second index. This is what most of the rotation means. And the item that was basically kicked out almost from the first input comes back as the first element. So the last element becomes the first element. That is the only special thing. Otherwise, everything is just move everything to my right. This is what rotation means. Okay. Any questions from anyone on this simple demonstration of rotation?
Is it we are moving all to the right and when it comes to the last, then that one become
Yeah. So in fact, what happens is we go to the last first. We start with the last position and basically sort of pull everybody from the previous position to this position. Yeah. You can say this is like a pull if you look at from the last. Yeah. So 15, if you forget about 15, that everything is basically pulling one item from the left.
Yeah, got it.
Got it? Maybe I will move it, make it a different color to like that. Yeah, this poor guy had to come all the way to the left. Okay, what about second rotation? Let's do a second rotation. So I have my first. So what happens? What should I expect? And after the second rotation, the last element should become
9.
9. Okay. What about the second last element?
7.
HK, you want to guess the third last element?
Yeah, 4. 4.
Okay. And what about this one? 15, huh? Correct. And 11 gets copied over from the previous position. Yeah. So this is basically second rotation. Okay. Now let's try to see if we want to write a Java program to do this, how will we write it? Okay. So we will assume typically we have this indexes, right? Indexes to move into an array, like index I equal to 0, da, da, da. Then we have index j equal to some number, and this is how typically we write a for loop, where we have a like an index pointer pointing to certain element. So in this case, what we'll do is we'll start with j equal to last element. What is the index of the last element?
4. 4 in the case of here, else it can be length.
Yeah, so we can say
minus
array
1.
dot length minus 1.
Minus
Correct. Which in this case is j equal to 4. And how will we implement this rotation of the one element? How do we do that? We will say array. Somebody just so we'll say array j is equal to array j minus 1. What does this command do?
It will assign the third element to the fourth. I mean, fourth element to the third. No, sorry, third element to the fourth. Yeah.
Correct, you are right.
Yeah.
So basically, effectively, what it's saying is we are saying array of 4 because j is 4 equal to array of 3. Hi Pankaj, I hope you can hear me. We are trying to work on an array rotation. We started a couple of minutes ago. So we have an input array and we wanted to rotate it by 1, and this is the output. Basically, most of the elements get pulled to the right, and the last element, which has nowhere to go, lands to the first element. Okay.
Okay. So, is this like kind of like a little bit similar to the sorting we practiced earlier?
Yes, exactly. So this is what I wanted to explain, and I consider this like a prequel to the index sort, insertion sort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how we move arrays, rotate arrays, and so we can have multiple rotations. And for example, after second rotation, 4 becomes the middle element, 7 and 9 on its right, and 11 on 15 on its left. Yeah. So how do we implement a rotation? We start with j equal to the last element, which in this case is 4. And we assign element at index 4 is equal to element at index 3. That's basically it. And we do it so many times. For example, we do it for j equal to 3. So we reduce j now, and j becomes 3. So we do j minus minus, j becomes 3. And then we say array of 3 equal to array of 2. Then we'll again do j minus minus so that j becomes 2. And we'll just write down array of 2 equal to array of 1. We'll keep on doing this j minus minus as long as j is
Manu, shouldn't we first assign a temporary variable to uh, get the value of fourth? It will be lost.
yes, you're not wrong. What we need is just a temporary variable to just capture
Store
the
it.
last element.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, yeah,
We don't need any. We just need one method. So you can
yeah,
say
yeah.
int temp equal to array of my last element, which is 4. Yeah. We can also say, or we can say int temp equal to array of array dot length minus 1. Okay. This will make sure that we don't lose the last element. We don't overwrite it. We will overwrite it, but we'll have a memory of it. Okay, so now I'm doing j minus minus. I want to look at that exit condition for this j equal to 1. I want to this is a mistake here. So this will be array of 1 equal to array of 0. So we are keep on doing this. We are basically sequentially moving what we did, move this element 11 to the right, then 9 to right, then 7 to right, then 4 to right. I think what we have done is, let's take a look now. We have moved, so array of 3 was 11, array of 2 was 9, array of 1 was 7, array of 0 is 4. So we have finished moving all the arrays. So basically now we need a condition to exit. So if I j minus minus, and if j equal to 0, then we need to exit this loop effectively, or stop loop, stop shifting. Okay, so this is how the rotation worked. It started with the last element and it stopped when we reach the first element. Is it making sense?
One condition is left where we need to assign temp value to 0.
Yeah, correct. So that's the last action, which is array of 0 equal to 10. Yes, this is the one. Okay, and once we go through this is in the for loop, because we don't want to do this like in so many commands, like I've done in this Excel sheet, we want to do it in a for loop. So what I've done is I have explained it almost as if it was a for loop. Okay, so if I want to write down this as a for loop, how will I write? For, I will first say int. I'll probably cut this here and keep it here. Trying to add a demarcator here. For loop implementation. We start with the temp to store the temp variable. We want the memory of that guy. So any variable, is basically a memory location in computer. So we wanted to remember something. What we did, we created a variable to put the value inside. For int, what should I write here? Int j equal to starting with what?
Length minus 1. Length of array minus 1.
Yeah, okay. HK, do you have any questions so far?
Mm,
We're going too fast, is it? So basically, we started with j equal to array.length. Okay, and what is our exit condition? Exit condition is that j equal to 0. So how do we represent that in a for loop? J is greater than 0. And what is the increment or decrement? Decrease j by 1, so j minus minus. So this is how I write my for loop for this rotation. And inside the rotation, what are we going to say? We're going to say array of j equal to array of j minus 1. This is the condition. This is the basically what we were trying to do here. Okay, and then finally, as Satendra pointed out, we set the value of last element equal to the temp variable. That's it. So this is actually it's quite short, like there's a few lines only, 4-5 lines. Okay, and now let's do some practice using JShell. Yeah. Pankaj, do you want to do some practice? Share with everybody.
Okay, sure. Give me a minute.
Yeah, you can open your JShell and share with everybody else. Knowing Tapender, he might have already done it.
Okay, my screen is visible, right?
Not yet.
yeah,
Okay,
I can see.
okay. HK, maybe you can type along as well.
Yep.
You can refer to my screen or Pankaj's screen. With the chat. Pasted my for loop in the chat. So now in JShell, so you can only run Java commands. Okay.
Okay, okay, sure. I think I'll have to first kind of like type the code and everything.
Yeah, you can start with actually declaring your array. So you can, yeah, that should be the first line. In fact, you need array. We haven't declared array yet. So yeah, let me declare that. So I'm pasting the command to create an array. I've put it on the chat.
Okay, okay. But I think for the for loop, I do have to add all the code through Notepad itself, right?
No, you can write it here also. I mean, if you're comfortable, you can write it in JSL. If you want to use the Java file, then that's also okay.
No, no, I think I'll use the Notepad itself, so that
Okay,
would
sure.
be comfortable for me.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. But we can't see your notepad.
Uh, are you not able to see my screen?
I can see your command prompt. But
Oh,
not
okay. Let me reshare my screen.
Mhm.
Okay, is my Notepad editor visible now?
Yes, yes. So, are you going to write a Java file that will run, that will compile and run?
Yes, yes. I'll be writing that Java file itself.
Okay. Guys, give me 2 minutes. I need to check something. I'll be back while Pankaj writes the class. I'm back. Sorry, my vacuum was malfunctioning.
So Manu will be using only a single for loop, right? Or will be using two for loops?
No, because we are just talking about rotation. So rotation is a single loop.
Okay.
If you are talking about sorting, then yeah, we have to rotate a few times. Then it will be a double loop. Yeah, this is not very intuitive. Excuse me. I guess, but I guess this is what we need to do a few times to become comfortable. So
Yes, I mean, if we do through some ID or something, it kind of like auto completes and there is no muscle memory for that.
yeah, code and cloud and so on. We can actually write it for you. But idea here is like you do bicycle, like you do swimming. I want you to experience it, with your own hands before using automation or or becoming better at it. Okay, yeah, that looks quite good. I'm very Pankaj. Why you remove that line? Sorry.
This one,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just assigning temp to the first variable. I mean, first
yeah.
element only.
Correct. Okay, good. Yeah. So because you removed it, I thought what was the reason to remove it? It looked okay to remove.
Can I ask a question? So what's the purpose of temp here? I didn't really capture
Right.
it yet.
Okay. If you look at my screen, you can see my screen.
Yes.
So remember this 15. Because we are moving everything to the right, that 15 gets kicked out. Correct. So
Yeah.
we need to remember that there was a number called 15.
Oh, okay.
So we put it in memory. How do we do that in any programming language? We create a variable.
Mm.
We had set it to that value. So that's what we did for line number 5 in function screen. We introduce a temp variable and we use it to remember the last value.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And because the index 0 element, which is the first element of the array, should now become that value. So
Number.
that is what line number 14 does.
Oh, okay. Sure. I got it now.
Okay, good. Yeah, Pankaj, I think we are almost there. But if you want to run it as a Java program, I think you need to create a class and wrap this method inside it here.
Yeah, sure.
Then I think then we are good to go. So yeah, I encourage everybody on the call to try it out. Like Pankaj has done it. He's done a great job. But I was hoping everybody can do it so that array rotation is something you are all comfortable with. And why take some time later? Just do it now while we are on the call. Pankaj, do you mind printing out the arrays before and after so that
Yeah, sure.
so we have a visual? Do we remember how do we print arrays? Because if we print just like that, it will print the object information rather than the array content. Kavinder, do you remember how to print an array?
Yeah, we have to import one class. I don't exactly remember one class, and then we have to use that.
Correct. It's arrays.string is the function
So
that I'm
yeah,
talking
arrays
about.
also, yeah.
And we have to import the class utility class from Java called arrays.
So I think just importing this Java util.star would do that, right?
Yeah, that will also do. I will do, but I just wanted you to create more memory, muscle memory. So that's why I encourage you to write a specific class. You missed the semicolon there, so you will get the comparison. Maybe you can indent the main method so that it
Sorry, I didn't get you, Manu.
you can indent your main method contents, tap it, the whole. So it's not balanced, but yeah, you can figure it out later, I guess.
Okay, let me try.
You'd have to exit the JShell. Just a gentle reminder.
I mean, I forgot what was the command. What is the command like to exit? It's just exit, right?
Control D, maybe try Control D.
Oh, yes, it works. So we have some errors.
Yes, there are few errors. Java syntax issue. So arguments is an array of type string, and it's parameters to the function name.
Right.
You still have to define the type of it, which is string array.
I mean, here you mean to say?
Yeah.
Chưa, sắp xong.
It's good. The first error should be gone. Yeah. Right. So the print statement has a couple of issues. So if you're concatenating two strings, you need to add a plus sign there.
Right.
Length of so string length is a function, but array length is a variable, is a member, field member. So you don't need a bracket there. So you see
I'm
line
sorry,
number
Manu,
11.
I didn't get you.
Sure. If you look at line number 11, the
Right.
length is used without parenthesis because it's not a
Right.
function. So it should not be used without parenthesis because it's not a function for an array. So you have to remove the brackets.
So, is it fine now?
Yeah, line number 11 also you need to fix it. Correct. Self-explanatory error there. Yeah. Right, let's run and see.
This is printing the memory location, I guess.
Yeah. So you need to, we imported. So what did we import exactly?
We imported this Java util class.
Yeah, but we need a specific one class. Which one is that? And we need to use it. I mean, we need to use
The
that
arrays
specific class.
class.
Yeah, correct.
Is this correct, Manu?
Yeah, this is the correct class. So we just needed to use it in the print statement because currently we have not used it at all in the program.
Okay.
There's a toString method in that arrays class. Yeah? So please use that. No. So let me type it out. I actually typed it out already. You can see.
Okay.
So there's a function called toString inside the arrays class, which we want to use. Okay. Did it work for you, Pankaj?
Yes. It's
Oh, okay. We can't see. That's right. Okay. So we have the before. Can you print the after also? I think we probably printed it too soon. We have to wait for the next statement to finish. The array zero.
Okay, so you mean after this, the 0th element which I've added?
Yeah, correct. So that will be missed out from the print otherwise. Cool. Yeah, that should be complete now.
Yes, we are able to rotate the last element onto the first.
Okay, great. Thanks, Pankaj, for that. One more point I wanted to add. So line number 1 and 2, I think either of them will work. You don't need both.
Yes, yes.
Why don't you try removing line number 2 and see if it works? Or comment it out. Just for experimentation.
Yes, that works.
Okay, cool. Great. Can I check with HK if she is able to complete this class?
Yeah, I can, Manu.
Yeah, please share.
Okay, sure.
So Pankaj and yeah, everyone, I guess. So the text that I put on chat, yeah, please don't copy paste into your class file. Try to type it out so you appreciate the small nuances of each line.
But this one we just rotate one time, is it, Manu? So what happens if we want to keep rotating? Then we need to have another loop, is it?
Yes, you definitely need another loop, but what you can do is you can wrap this small method function in one small function and call the function multiple times. Or you can
Oh.
add another loop here. That's also fine.
Oh, so wrap this into a function.
Yeah.
Then call it.
Yeah, multiple times, either in a loop or once, twice, thrice, whatever you like. Okay. Yep. So once the HK shares her program, then I want to make one final comment, and then we will end the class for today.
Do you see my screen?
No, actually, I just see that you're presenting, but it's saying picture in picture is open.
Oh, okay. Let
Maybe
me
should I stop sharing?
let me share again.
Okay, you already printed the rotated value. Okay. That's fine. HK, do you know what? So one question on the line int temp equal to array dot length -1. Can you explain what's going on in that line?
Oh, that one is we assign temp to the last array element.
Element.
Yeah.
And how do you ensure it's the last element that is being copied into temp?
Oh, because it's an index, so the length is 5. So array.4, the index 4 is the last element.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. Just wanted to double check that. Cool. So I'm going to share my screen back. I think you can stop sharing. And I just want to make one comment, which is So on my screen, I have in the green background the insertion sort class that we wrote last time. Okay. So here, if you see, this looks like what we have done, like almost like the temp variable we just worked on. Okay. It's similar to int temp equal to array of some value. And this while loop is talking about shifting the values. So again, this is a shift that is happening, and we are going from right to left. So I just wanted to show you some similarities between the insertion sort and the rotation that we have just done. So effectively, we are rotating here, but the condition for rotation also includes that the value is more on my left. So that's all I wanted to make a point here. That this is essentially rotation, what we have done in insertion sort. Okay. Pankaj, I hope you can see the similarity now.
Yes, sure, I can see that.
Right. So just that we have two conditions. We just don't have only the condition of j greater than 0, but we also have a condition that the j should be bigger than my chosen element. Yeah.
Right, right.
There is a compound condition here because we don't want to rotate endlessly. We want to rotate only the bigger elements out.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
HK, you have a question?
Can you explain again why we only rotate the one bigger than key? Key here is the element that is at index I.
Yeah. So you can consider it like a subset of the array. Basically, we assume like a small part of the array, which is between 0 and 1. And we want to look at the item 1 and see if this does not belong here. If it does not belong here, then we shift. We remember it like this, like we did in the temp variable. Then we start shifting from left to right, and then we set the item on the left with the value of key.
Oh, so instead of remembering only the last one, now
here we have two loops. You see, we have one for loop and a while loop. So we have two loops here. So we first work from the left side, like smaller parts of the array. So we work on the smaller part. We rotate it if we need to. Then we expand the array, and then we rotate if we need to, depending on the last element being a bigger one. So in this, there is a condition here. So I start with these two, and I see that if this guy, if it was 1, then we will rotate between 4 and 1. So 4 will come here and 1 will be placed here. Okay. Right. Give an example. Insertion sorted. So let me try to take an example here. So first we are going to consider the small array, a subset of array like these two. Okay. So first we will see if this is smaller than this. Is true. So we will shift. So we will put 23 here, and we will say, in fact, what we will do is we will say temp equal to 1. Then we will shift 23 here, and then we will put 1 here. We call it key. Instead of temp, we are calling it key. So that's what we have done. And because of the shifting, the two elements have become sorted now. Okay.
Yeah.
This is how do we select the 1? Because the for loop says I equal to 1. And then when the for loop says I equal to 2, then I will try to explain one more time. So next time, when I equal to 2, then we are looking at this 3 elements subarray, and we will remember key equal to 10. And because we have a condition of greater than, so we will shift 23 right, and we will not touch 1. And now we will place the key in this position. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And we are doing rotation many times. So next time we will increase the scope of the array that we are working on. And then we will remember this key equal to 5. And then we will see, okay, 23 is bigger, we shift 23. We see 10 is bigger, okay, we shift 10. And then then because the condition is satisfied, that's why we were shifting it. But once the condition becomes false, because 1 is not less than 5, so we do not shift anymore. And in the end, we place the key, which is 5, to the element we shifted away there. Okay, this is how we are doing this. Is it better, clearer now?
Yeah. It's very clear now. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so now, and finally, the for loop will go until, where does the for loop end? It goes until 4. So element 2, basically element 2 now becomes in scope, and key becomes 2, and then we see 23 is bigger, shift, 10 is bigger, shift, 5 is bigger, shift, 1 don't touch, and put the key here. And then we end up with the sorted array. This is how insertion sort works, by choosing the sub-array and then rotating within it until it becomes sorted. Okay, so that's what I wanted to make final comment for this class. Pankaj, does make sense for you?
Yes, it does make sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay, hopefully now you'll not be so scared of the insertion sort code. So do practice insertion sort and rotation on with some examples. Run with some examples. Did I already upload the code for insertion sort? Let me see. Yeah, the code is loaded already in Git. What I will do is I will also upload the rotation code. Yeah. So yeah, this is the shooting is, yeah, I'll just check in the rotation code and then I'll let it on the chat. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right, then everybody have a great weekend. Yeah, and I know it's a bit tough to manage your time, but do take out maybe half an hour within this weekend itself. Probably can spare some half an hour and go to rotation and sorting one more time.
Yeah, thank you, Manu. Yeah, have a nice weekend.
You too,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Bye bye.
Thanks, Manu.
Welcome.